So we're going to start in standing, feet hip distance apart, and just have a little bend in the knees. Maybe just wriggle out the hips a little bit and circle the pelvis, feel into your back, and then drop down with the tailbone, feel down through the legs into the feet, and then feel like you're growing the pose up from the base, almost as if your feet are taking root deep in the earth. And then we're going to grow the arms up from there, reaching up high, just have a little side reach and let the other arm pull down so you can actually pull the shoulder blade down and then let the shoulder blade pull all the way up. So depression and elevation of the scapula, and just let that side reach grow as much as you want to. And then you might want to pull that arm all the way down and over. Just do as much or as little as feels good in your body. Going to take that one more time, just side to side. And then we can add in a sideways with a forward reach, bending the knees a little and then swoop forward and down and just start to kind of hang out a little through the neck and the head and the shoulders into that forward fold. And we'll come back the same way, reaching forward as well as to the side, and then draw yourself up as if sinking down through into that foot, into the earth. Find your breath and then reach side. And when you feel ready, start to swoop forward. Let the knees be a little bit soft. Let the weight of the head go. How does it feel to really give the weight of the body to the earth? And continue to the side. And then at some point, imagine you're really pouring that weight down through the feet into the earth. Coming up, releasing the arms all the way down. Crisscrossing the hands behind the base of the skull so that you can actually help to lift up your head there, get a little elevation, and bend the knees a little. Let's just keep those lower ribs tucked in towards the pelvis for now, so that we're going to feel a little bit above that, more in the upper back. Pushing the head in the hands, pulling the elbows up, shoulder blades broaden a little, and then get a little bit of movement in the upper back. And then start to pull the elbows in and down. So you can bring your chin in and round your back so you feel like your shoulder blades pull apart and round. So focusing the movement more into the upper back again, lifting. Let the weight of the head go in the hands. And then lowering just through the upper back. And then adding a little side to side to that. So lifting. Swooping around to the side as you go down, all the movement more in the upper back than anything. Back the same way. Strong, steady legs to the other side, swoop to the side and forward. Let the head push in the hands. Good, bring the chin back down, bring the eyes towards horizontal. Release the arms all the way down. Fantastic. Big swoop around with the left leg. I'll do some mirroring. Swooping behind. Good. And then reaching over to the side. And then going to pick up with that left leg. Balancing. Take your hands behind your head. And pull your knee in and your elbow towards the knee. And then come back to where you came from. And you may want to do a little bit more like a curtsy squat this time, dropping down. And then one more, picking up the leg, hugging in towards the knee, and we'll take that one more time. If you're just feeling really super wobbly, just keep the foot in closer. If you're feeling a little bit more stable, drop down a little bit more, and bring your elbow in towards your knee. Never mention wobbling. And then we'll go to the other side, big circle around. Swooping across. Check out how your back's feeling. Are you dropping into any habits that you'd like to move away from more? Picking up the knee, squeezing in. Feel free to just touch the toes or go a little bit lower. Hugging in, just finding your breath with the movement. I'm remembering to focus my gaze now, focusing your gaze, dropping or straight leg. Fantastic, and then through, back to center. Brilliant, reaching down through the earth with your feet. Perhaps imagine dropping your weight into your heels more and see what ease you can find in your way of lengthening through the spine. Let the head turn side to side and just give the weight of the head down to the feet. Inhalation to reach up with the arms, any way that works for you. And then we're going to lift up and over into that forward fold. Of course, if that crunks up your back a bit, feel free to bend your knees, but otherwise we're just going to lengthen down. Catch the elbows and bend the knees in the forward fold. And then again, a bit of attention into thoracic by lifting the elbows first to go to a half uttanasana, Ardha Uttanasana. So bend your knees, stick your bum back and pull your elbows up as high as you can. So maybe you feel some activity around the shoulders and the upper back, and soften that into the forward fold. And take it a couple more times. You can even pull yourself down longer by the elbows if that works for you. Yeah, fantastic. And then let your hands come down. Let's step back with the right leg, lifting the left, stepping back, good. And then come through into a high lunge position. Lifting the torso back, we're gonna bend down through that back knee. So you're in a hovering high lunge with that knee bent. Good, fantastic. Reaching up through the right arm and leaning over to the side. And then start to reach around in a circle. As you reach forward, let the back leg straighten. And as you reach up, let it bend. Good. Feel free to join in with both arms if you're feeling fairly steady, so that you get this very dynamic wake up call all the way through to the core muscles. Good. From there, let your right hand come down underneath the shoulder, bending through the left leg, pulling up with the left arm. Good. And then pull back with your left arm and the left hip and forward. Good. Pulling back and forward. You can breathe either way. I'm tending to inhale, pull back. Exhale, pull forward. Good. If that's all really sticky in your body and you're feeling squished up, just use whatever props you need. So you could have this hand on the wall or on the floor as you take a couple more of those. Good. And then we're going to drop down through that right heel and find revolved triangle. So again, you might want a brick under your hand, left hand on the pelvis, or to deepen the pose, you can crisscross and go lower. So see where you want to be. Crisscrossing, opening up. Or again, hand on the wall or whatever works for you. Smooth, steady breath in and out. Yeah, fantastic. And then reach back through your left arm. Bend once more through that left knee and come into your twisting lunge. Drop the knee if you're feeling a little tight. Otherwise, open it up there. Fantastic. Keeping the elbow on or towards the knee. Tiptoe forward with this back leg. So you drop low and touch in to reverse Utkatasana and turn to open up the chest. If you're feeling quite open there, feel free to reach the arms. Steady in and out breath. Good, release through to Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Good, I'm going to separate my legs more here. So have the feet whatever distance works for you. Catch your elbows, and we're coming back to lifting from the elbows as we drop the hips low. Pulling yourself into the forward fold from the elbows. Good, last one. You might want to actually reach your arms back past your legs for a little bit more core work to really hug yourself into the pose there. Fantastic. And then stepping back with your left leg, lift the torso. So you're in high lunge, but the back knee's dropped. Reaching tall through to the crown of the head. Good. Let your left arm reach high and start to reach across. Good. And start to circle. And as you reach forward, the back leg straightens, and as you reach across, it lowers. If you're feeling quite steady, see how far can you reach the arms. The further we reach, the more fun we have in trying to balance. Fantastic. And from here, finding your twist, let your hand come down beneath the shoulder, and you may want to be in a low lunge. Good, reach forward with your right arm and then reach back, lengthening through the right leg or lengthening a little more the right leg. Have as much height as you need. I'm exhaling to pull back. Inhaling forward. There's no real right or wrong with the breath. Good. Find a twist pose that works for you, hopping down through the back foot, turning to open the chest, perhaps reaching high with that right arm if that works for you. See how fully can you plug the left heel down into the ground, so you feel that you're building the pose up again from the earth, from the base. Good. As you feel ready, bend again through the knee. Let the back heel lift, touch your elbow down, turn the chest. Feel free to reach the hand down. Feel free to unhook if it feels too squished in. Fantastic. And then either elbow to knee or hovering, tiptoe forward into your reverse Utkatasana. Good. Through to Utkatasana. And standing tall into Tadasana. Yeah, fantastic. Let's take the feet more or less hip distance apart. Open up through the chest. Good. Sit low through your sit bones as you reach your arms forward. Good. And then from there, we're going to pick up through the right leg. Hands come together, bend the knee, and come into your kind of pigeon squat. Sitting as low as is comfortable for you. Steady breath in and out. We'll have one more little playful balance challenge from here. So either catching the knee, or if you're feeling pretty open, you could go for your big toe and open into a side. Utthita Padangusthasana. Good. And then coming back to where you came from. Good. Just play with it 2 or 3 times. I'll show it once holding the foot. Straightening, opening, coming back and down. Yeah, really nice. And then add in a little twist. So bringing that right elbow in towards that right foot, just touching in that direction and away, and in the direction and away once more. I'm going to focus my gaze. Really nice. And then one more opening up. Good. Releasing the foot all the way down. You need to do some balance work. Great. Let's go to the other side. So bend the knees and reach the arms forward. Feel your weight settling back and down. Again, you can adjust your spine here. So if you tend to get a bit achy, adapt so that you're trying something different and see how that works out. Ankle over knee. So kind of balanced pigeon. Smooth in and out breath. Picking up from the knee. And open up. And when you're ready, bending into it once more. Picking up from the knee again, or the toe. And open up. Feel free to turn the gaze if you're feeling steady. Bending back to where you came from. Maybe trying that one more time. Maybe adding in a little bit more of a reach across, elbow in the direction of your foot or to the foot. Coming up through to standing and releasing down through the leg. Standing really tall. Tailbone lengthening towards the earth, and see how much stability you can get through the feet as you lift up through the chest. Steady breath in and out. Fantastic. And then we're going to take a sun salutation all the way down to the ground, just to close that little momentary dynamic practice. So taking a breath in, reaching high, exhale for a forward fold. You could soften down or fold more dynamically down. Good, take it back through to plank pose. Tucking toes, pushing back towards the heels. Add chaturanga if you prefer. I'm going to just roll onto tiptoes and then pull through with the chest to up dog, rolling or stepping over the toes, bending the elbows a little, maybe dropping the knees a little, and then popping high with the chest and the thighs, just to enjoy that back bend. Through for down dog. Smooth in-breath and out-breath. Push really well in your hands so that you can lift up to the sit bones, keeping the knees bent or drawing them bent for a moment and then drawing back towards the heels and then lowering the knees. Good, and we'll just take a moment there in child pose and feel that the whole back of the body can broaden and soften. Notice your breath gently coming in and going out. If child isn't your thing, feel free to prop the pose, a bolster between the knees or to lie on your back and to hug the knees in from there. Similar kind of position, but it can feel a bit more easeful. You may all want to come to lying on your back if you prefer, and we'll just prepare for the rest of whatever this day brings. Letting the awareness flow through the body and with the breath. And just being present to even the more subtle sensations that are coming and going. Perhaps the colours behind the eyelids or that you see through the eyes if the eyes are gently open. Perhaps the sounds close by or further away. Perhaps the sensations of the breath coming and going through your own body. Rest as long as suits you to help you really drop into some possibility of ease. And perhaps closing your practice with an affirmation that you're able to find this quality of ease and to stay with this quality of ease for your day. I'm going to leave you resting if you have the time for resting. Hopefully you do. And enjoy your day.